Hello, today we're going to cover the two-way integration between R.O Writer and Autovitals. First thing we need to do in order to get data to transfer from Autovitals to R.O Writer is from our Today's Vehicle page. We'll click the TVP menu in the top left. And then all we need to do is select Install POS Writeback Ability. This will give us a prompt to download the SmartFlow add-on. All we need to do is follow the prompts, download the add-on, and we'll be all set. If you do not see this icon or run into any issues, be sure to use the Help button on your Today's Vehicle page, and tech support will help walk you through any issues. Let's start with a new repair order in R.O Writer. The information we're going to need is customer information. For the vehicle information, we're going to need at least a year, make, and model. We do not need the VIN number. We're going to leave the VIN and vehicle information generic on this repair order so we can demonstrate how the technician can collect that information on his tablet and we can push that back into our R.O Writer. The last piece of information we'll need is one authorized labor line. That will generate a tile in Autovitals. Now that we have our tile created on the Today's Vehicle page, we can assign that tile to a technician. We'll assign all labor lines to this tech. Next, the technician can collect the vehicle information, like the odometer and the VIN. With the vehicle information now collected, the technician can continue on with the inspection. If you've configured your inspection sheet within Autovitals to include CAN jobs from R.O Writer as recommended actions the technician can select, if those are selected by the technician on the inspection report, we'll add two examples here. We'll show later how those can be pushed directly onto the repair order to save time during the estimating stage. In addition to the CAN jobs we've recommended, we can also transfer over notes and photos. In our example, we'll add a note and a photo to the air filter topic. One additional piece of information that can be transferred is job-specific information, although an image is required to transfer that information back. In this example, we'll add a photo and we'll add a note. We'll add that note to the customer notes section. Now that we've collected the inspection information, the job information on the work order, and the vehicle information, we can move back to the Today's Vehicle page and discuss transferring that information back into our R.O Writer. Once back to the Today's Vehicle page, we can open up the repair order. From here, we can first see our labor line with the photo and note. We will need to authorize that note for it to transfer back. To do so, we can go to the Notes Image Editor and click Approve. On the inspection report, we can see our two topics, which have photos, notes, and CAN jobs as recommendations. And lastly, we have the vehicle information that we've collected from scanning the VIN and entering the mileage. Now we can start transferring information back into our R.O Writer. To do so, we're going to use the Update SmartFlow add-on button. Once clicked, you'll be presented with a pop-up to indicate that the information has successfully transferred back to our R.O Writer. We can see by the number indicator on the add-on that we have new information from one work order transferred to our R.O Writer. Let's go through the three buttons and the information each one transfers over. First, we'll use the Job button. Once clicked, it'll ask if it wants to import the jobs for this repair order. We can click Yes. It will then add the notes and images that we've taken on that particular job line. It will inform us when this is complete. We can see that the note that we made on the labor line and a link to the photo that we took on that labor line are both included now as a new labor line on the repair order. Next, we can use the Estimate button. This will transfer any CAN jobs that we've recommended directly onto the repair order. Once pressed, it will confirm we want to import those jobs. It will inform us when it is complete, and it will list the jobs that it has added to the repair order. We can now see that the recommendations selected on the inspection have been added as labor lines on the repair order. Next, we'll use the Inspect button. Once pressed, it will confirm we want to import the vehicle inspection. It will go to the Notes tab, add a copy of the inspection report. It will then add the vehicle information. Now that we have the vehicle information and under the Notes tab, we have a copy of the inspection report added, we've successfully transferred the information from Autovitals back into our R.O Writer. Each time you hit the Update SmartFlow add-on button from the Today's Vehicle page, it will send another copy over to our R.O Writer. You can use the I.Details button in order to see any repair orders that have been sent over to our R.O Writer. From this pop-up, if we've sent it by mistake, we can delete it or hide it. There's also a copy button if we want to manually transfer the information, but this should not be needed in most situations. One final note, if you leave the technician assignment blank in R.O Writer, if in Autovitals you assign the technician and add a new labor line, either by a can job recommendation or by a note/image labor line from information added to a specific job, it will assign that technician to all other labor lines. However, if you change the technician assignment after the fact, it will not update the technician assignment. Otherwise, you can assign your technicians in R.O Writer, and that will transfer over to Autovitals. In this video, we've covered the information that's needed in R.O Writer, the information we can collect in Autovitals and on the tablet, and how to push that information back and how it's displayed in R.O Writer. Thanks for watching.